Welcome to the new zombies map, Citadelle Des Morts, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to acquire the 4 swords and how to upgrade them. Some of them are very easy, some of them are not. But we're going to get all 4 in one game. The first prerequisite you need, the first thing you need to do is get to round 11. Because you're going to need a special zombie that only spawns on round 11 or later. And he only spawns once per round. He is an armored zombie in a way. He's got a little bucket on his head. And he is immune to headshot damage. So you'll know it's him when you shoot at him. And we're going to wait to see him so I can show you. And there he is. Right in front of me. So he's got a little bucket on his head. And if you shoot him in the body, he will drop a little item. And it's a stamp. And we're going to pick up the stamp. Because that's how you're going to get each sword. Yeah, he's dead. He's gone. So grab that. And we're going to go over to one of these 4 statues here. Because if you interact with them by pressing X, or your interaction button, you will get yourself a sword. Just like that. And we're going to do the fire one first here, because it is much easier than the lightning. And the lightning takes a little bit of preparation anyway. So what we need to do is, we need to come over to the Juggernog room, come up the stairs here, and put that sword right in there. And that's going to start a little mini ritual. There's going to be these goblets around the map that you're going to need to use as a little trial. And one of them is right down here where Deadshot is. And it's going to be right yonder. Now, the best part is to probably open up the map here. Because you're going to interact with it by pressing X. And you are going to run. And it is going to spawn these little purple zombies in the way. You're going to want to melee them. Because you're going to be taking damage over time. So make sure you melee them. And you're going to run back to where you placed your sword. And hold the interaction button, and that's 1. The next position for one of these little goblets is straight in spawn room, right next to the Rampage Inducer. Same as last time. I'm not even sure what the fastest route is, but we're going anyway. These zombies will spawn right ahead of you, so that's perfect. So you can just hit them. Because you will go down if you do not make it in time. That's 2. Last goblet's going to be near the cannon. On this little walkway. And you do not have to bother even killing the zombies because it's right there. So just run right to it. And that right there is the fire sword. So over time it'll upgrade for you. Now you got the Caliburn. Now, each round, one of those helmet guys is going to spawn up, and you can kill him, and grab yourself another one of those stamps, and you can place that down into one of the other statues that you haven't already done it to. Let's do the lion. I think this is the lion one, I believe. What you do with the lion one is you kill the glowing parasites. And you're going to run down here. Down this little alley. And you're going to knife the door with it. Once you've hit one of the parasites that are glowing. You can do another one. Hit the door again. I believe they do continuously spawn. Just like that. Might have to wait for another round for the next glowing one. So I'm not seeing any more. That's okay. As things are going to start to get a little tough. Alright, there's the 4th one. And we're going to hit that door. We're going to enter the door here. And we're going to be in this special little spot here. We're going to put our sword in the pedestal. Now there's these symbols here, right? The first one is a circle and a dot. You shoot that. Next one is a snowflake. Shoot the snowflake. Next one is a... looks like an arrow thing. Which is right there. Last one is a... probably the last one that's left. There you go. You grab that thing. And look what you got here. You've got yourself the light sword. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is the Raven Sword, which I have not 100% figured out yet, but I have acquired it before through dumb luck. So we're going to grab the Raven Sword. Now, if you come into the room just to the left of the statue room, you're looking for a little raven skull somewhere in this room. I think there's a couple different spawns that it can have. Once you have the antique, you come into the bar, come downstairs here, and we've got to interact with this big old circle on the wall here. And we got to put the sword in there. Now, as we know, as of now at least, there is no solve for this. So I got really lucky and just tried hitting as many combinations as I can. Problem is, that could take a while. So I would skip on this one, honestly, until there's a solution for it. But you could try it as many times as you want until you get it. From what I heard, it's the best one to have. So I'm just going to keep doing this, honestly, until I get it. As far as I know, the last time I picked this up, I got a raven skull, so that's why I call it a raven skull, but this is a rock of some sort, so there are multiple different types of items depending on the game. And there it is. No idea which one it was, but I'll throw a pinned comment in there when I figure it out. So basically this little thing's going to drop on the floor here, this little void, and it's good to leave a crawler for this part, because these little orbs are going to try to hit you. They do a little bit of damage, but if you stand behind the portals, they'll just fly right into them, and then it'll go to another spot. Next spot is down here. You're not supposed to be here. Get out. There's one. Back up. 2 and 3. And then it'll go upstairs, I believe. Unless it's randomly. Unless it's random. Alright. Now we just let them come up the stairs here. And these orbs are just going to continuously go in here. Seemingly from different sides, apparently, too. So that's something to watch out for. I would definitely do this with just a crawler, for sure. Back up. And once that little ritual is done, this thing's going to head back downstairs, and it's going to power the Void Sword. Don't worry, everybody. I will try to figure this one out for sure, and throw it in the pinned comment. When you interact with it, a little portal is going to spawn on the ground here. Sword's going to go in, come back out, and you have the Void Sword. We're going to go ahead and throw the Void Sword back in there. And we're going to grab the final one, which is the absolute worst of them all. So I would highly recommend when you do the Lightning Sword, is you grab Melee Macchiato. Because these zombies, past round 15, I believe, when I did it at round 18, some of them were 2-shot. So just keep that in mind. Now, the process for the lightning sword is pretty easy. Except for the fact that there is a random item that you need. One of the 3 lightning rods that you'll need. And that drops off of a zombie. I've never seen it before round 14. So it's perfect, actually, that it is round 14 now. So if you come over to Deadshot here, just to the left of it, there's going to be this lightning rod here. And that's 1 out of 3. For the next one, you're going to need Dead Wire. Because Dead Wire is required to shoot the fuse box, which is just next to Speed Cola. And out comes the second one. Now the third one is going to be dropped randomly from a zombie. And it usually doesn't spawn until at least round 14, so that's okay. I'm going to fast forward until I see the third lightning rod that spawns on random zombies, so stick with me. And keep in mind that sometimes the third lightning rod that you get from the random zombie is a little buggy. And the first time I ever saw it, it was under the mesh of the map. And I just got lucky to see the prompt to pick it up. So just be wary of that. Just kidding. It just took me really long. And there's the last one. Now, I really don't want to do this on round 19, but we're going to give it a try. This is the hardest sword by far to upgrade. Just because you actually have to fight a decent amount of zombies during it. So, now that we have the third and final lightning rod, we're going to head up top towards the cannon. And there's going to be this little vessel here. And this is where the fun begins. Because you're going to interact with that vessel, and it's going to place all 3 lightning rods in there. Like so. And you're going to want your sword out for this. There's going to be a lot of things happening. You're going to have a bunch of purple-eyed zombies spawning in. And you're going to want to kill those. And after a few that die, your sword will begin to glow with electricity. And once you do that, you want to run over here, just like that. And swipe the vessel. And you're going to want to do that 3 times. This part is a little rough. Just a tad bit, but I don't know if you have to kill zombies for it or if it just does it over time. I haven't really figured it out yet. Seems like it's over time. Now we just need 1 more. And I will tell you, I have died about 3 times doing this. Okay, we're going to have to kill this guy. This guy's kind of a problem. Switch to your sword. There we go. That's all 3. Throw your sword in there by interacting with it. Give it some time here. We got a friend right here. He's dead. He's gone. And now we have the 4th and final sword. This is the lightning sword. Now I will go back and try to figure out the void sword and how to do that 100% without having to RNG it and put in 15 different combinations, but that's okay. Now, just as a little tip, you can just hold down the right trigger or your shoot button, and it'll just constantly swing. You don't have to worry about hitting the melee button every time. Each one has a different ultimate ability, which can be used with your left and right trigger or your aim down and shoot buttons combined. And we're going to throw that one back on there, and we have all 4 upgraded swords. Let's see how it does against the bosses. Oh. That's good. It's pretty good. You can pretty much sit in the corner. Well, not completely, but hope y'all enjoy getting that Easter egg done. And I'll see you next time.